Around 4,000 years ago, a Chinese dynasty executed two of its royal astronomers. Two of the smartest men in the whole kingdom. Gone. Just like that. Why? What could two stargazers possibly do to deserve losing their heads? Let me tell you. Because it's one of the wildest stories in history. The way the old story goes, these two men had one job. Watch the sky. Keep track of the sun, the moon, the stars. And warn everyone before anything strange happened up there. Simple, right? Well, one day the sun started disappearing. In the middle of the day, the sky went dark, and nobody saw it coming. No warning. And the story says these two were supposed to predict it, and they blew it. Some versions even say they were drunk. So the emperor did what emperors apparently did back then, and had them killed for it. Now, did this actually happen? Honestly, nobody knows for sure. Some say it's real. Some say it's a legend that got passed down and stretched over the centuries. But here's the thing. True or not, it tells you something huge. People took this shadow in the sky so seriously that missing it could cost you your life. And that makes you wonder, what was so terrifying about the sky just going dark for a couple minutes? Well, let me show you. Because for thousands of years, all over the world, when the sun disappeared, people believed the exact same thing. They believed something was eating it. And this is the part that gets me. You've got people thousands of miles apart. Different languages, different gods, never met each other, don't even know the others exist. And somehow, they all land on the same idea. There's a hunter up there in the sky, and the sun is its prey. In India, that hunter even had a name. Rahu, just a head, no body, an immortal dragon's head. It'd swallow the sun whole, but since it had no throat, the sun just came back out the other end. That was their explanation for why the eclipse ends. Up in the frozen north, they had giant wolves chasing the sun across the sky, never stopping. And the belief was, if those wolves ever actually catch it, that's it. End of the world. Doomsday shows up riding an eclipse. For the Aztecs, the hunter was a jaguar. For the ancient Chinese, a hungry dragon. Different creatures, different stories, but underneath, the exact same fear every single time. The sun is helpless. And something's eating it. So what did people do about it? And this is my favorite part, because they didn't just stand there and watch. They fought back. In China, in Peru, in the streets of Rome, people ran outside and grabbed whatever they could. Pots, pans, drums, anything. And they banged on them, screamed their lungs out. All to scare that thing in the sky, spook it, make it drop the sun, and back off. Some folks took it even further. In Peru, certain tribes shot flaming arrows straight up, like they were trying to relight the sun before it went out. And don't think this is all ancient history either. As recently as 1995, basically yesterday, soldiers in Cambodia fired their guns into the sky to scare off the dragon. Now here's the clever bit. Sit with this one for a second. All that banging, all that screaming, all that fighting, it worked. Every single time. Because the sun always came back. Always. So people drew this perfectly logical conclusion. We yelled. We banged the pots. The sun came back. Guess it works. The fear kept proving itself right. And that's exactly why nobody questioned it for thousands of years. But an eclipse wasn't just a monster to fight off. It was also a sign, a warning, an omen. In Europe, that darkness got tied to the death of kings. Big rulers, emperors, when they died, people blamed the shadow. And some of these beliefs were so strong, they're still around today. In some cultures, people still tell pregnant women not to go outside during an eclipse, not to hold anything sharp. In Japan, people used to cover their wells because they thought poison would rain down from the sky. So yeah, when you remember all that, those two astronomers losing their heads suddenly makes a lot more sense. And then, everything changed. Little by little, people started looking up with curiosity instead of fear. And the biggest moment of that shift came in 1919. Another solar eclipse. But this time nobody ran, nobody hid, nobody banged a single pot. This time, somebody pointed a telescope at the darkness. A scientist named Arthur Eddington photographed how the light from stars behind the sun got bent. And those photos proved one thing. Einstein was right. Mass actually bends space and time. The deepest secret of the entire universe. It showed up right there in the dark. Just think about that. The same moment that got two men executed, that made empires tremble, that people swore killed kings, turned into the lab that proved how reality itself works. Same sky, same shadow. The only thing that changed was the eyes looking up at it. And now, that shadow's coming back. On August 12th, 2026, the darkness falls again. It slides quietly over Greenland, Iceland, and northern Spain. It'll be the first total eclipse mainland Europe has seen since 1999, and the full darkness, it lasts about 2 minutes. 2 minutes. That's the whole thing. That's what got people killed, what made empires shake. Now, will you be standing right underneath it? Honestly, probably not. That path of total darkness is really narrow, so almost none of us will actually be under it. But here's the thing. Because you stuck around and heard this whole story, you're in a completely different place than everyone else just staring up. Because you're not looking up and seeing a monster anymore. You're seeing a shadow. And inside that shadow, you can see thousands of years of fear. The sound of drums from far away, flaming arrows shot into the dark, two astronomers who lost their heads. And finally, that quiet, incredible moment where human curiosity just won. The sky's still telling stories. And if you don't want to miss the next one, stick around.